Hello, I am Michelle Welch, your oh-so-serious one who sometimes cares a little bit too much what you think.
And I am your host that don't care too much about what you think. Your host, Roger Welch. And I got Loki here distracting me. Sorry, guys.
Loki might or might not make it through the show. We may pass
Stay.
him off. He hasn't learned to stay yet. That isn't going to work, I promise you guys. But anyway, welcome to Soul What tonight, you guys. Tonight we're going to be talking about... Are you going to hold him?
That's what he wants. Here.
We're going to be talking
He's a lap
about...
dog, I guess.
We're leading up to All Hallows Eve, Halloween, Day of the Dead, all those good things.
Woo-hoo.
And so...
Scorpio season.
So we thought we would talk tonight about some crystals that'll protect you or help you during the month of October, during Halloween season. And just it'll be kind of a crystal show for the most part, but we'll do readings and play some games and have some fun. And of course, Loki will be the star of the show. So, I thought about it the other day. I was writing about something, and I was writing Loki, dog of mischief. It's God backwards. Did y'all get that? I know it's not as clever as it seems, but that's clever. It's like backwards. Okay. What is that called? An onomatopoeia? No, that's how something sounds. An onomatopoeia?
Yeah.
What's something when it's spelled backwards? Spelled the same backwards, but it's... No, that's when it's spelled the same backwards and forwards.
That's like Hannah.
Oh, when it's... Yeah. So there's nothing for dog and God.
No.
That's just dog and God?
No,
anyway, Loki means dog.
Wedding funeral thing.
So I think Loki has the right name, and so does Roger. Look at his shirt. It says El Diablo. He's got the right shirt for him.
El Guapo del Diablo.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got a lot of crystals out here tonight, so I guess we'll get started on that first. We have a graphic to show you guys to get started, if we can pull that up. And this is a graphic that I made a while back, and so we'll start off with that top one in the top left, if you guys can see it. For those of you who are listening only on the podcast, thank you for that, first of all, for listening on iTunes or whatever podcast platform you're listening on. But Roger, you want to describe first the Gabbro Jasper and tell us a little bit?
The Gabbro Jasper also has the same name as Merlinite. I don't know if you were going through that, but what's cool about Gabbro Jasper is that it actually has a background of either black or gray. It is a blended stone of blacks and grays. The gray almost has a kind of like an opalescent look to it.
It's almost like a bluish purple.
Yeah, like a bluish purple, yeah. Almost, yeah, so it's very cool.
That's because it's a white opalized chalcedony is what it is. That's why it has that opalized look to it. Yeah. And Merlinite was actually a trade name that was given, I believe, I'm not sure if it was by Robert Simmons, but somebody gave it a trade name of Merlinite.
That's what I thought it was.
And you really aren't supposed to call it that unless you put the TM by it and you actually get it from that particular person. So really you call it Gabbro Jasper.
Gabbro Jasper.
But we chose this one because it conjures up, what does it conjure up? Everything Merlin, stone of magic, stone of wizard, sorcery, a lot of things we think about surrounding Halloween.
Oh. I thought it was like, because it was called Halloween crystals to keep you safe. I thought I was supposed to put it in my slingshot and hit somebody with it.
Yeah? Well, no.
So how do I use this?
So the way you would use this one is, we called it to keep you safe. They're not all going to be to keep you safe. They're going to be for the Halloween season. I think crystals basically can be used for different things. So they're not all going to be to keep you necessarily safe. But this one is going to be, but certainly if you're a wizard or a sorcerer, you would know how to keep yourself pretty safe. Right?
Set them on fire. Yep.
Okay.
No?
No.
Oh, well then. That's what happened in the show I watched last night.
What'd you watch?
Solomon Kane.
It's usually alien, whatever. But anyway, so this, it's great for shamans. It's great for witches. It's great for...
he stabbed the witch.
Anybody that works with magic, this Merlinite. And I'll tell you, we have a beautiful raw piece of Merlinite in the store that is a really good price that has sat there. Did we ever sell that?
We sold it.
Oh, you finally sold it? Because I thought, when is that one going to sell? Because I've said this before, I love I love seeing when something is a really, really good price, because we got it for a really good price and it's sitting in the store where you buy it for a whole bunch more somewhere else.
Yeah.
And people have no idea and they just keep walking by
Well,
and walking by. And I always wonder who's going to be the smart person who's going to get that piece.
Well, the thing is also is that because it was a raw piece, a lot of people overlooked it because it wasn't nice and shiny and everything.
I thought
it was just
prettier.
a very well. I know it was very cool because it did give a lot of texture, and a lot of the dark was very dark charcoal dark, and then
that opalized
that
part, like,
opalized part
really
really
shined.
popped.
Well, the
And
next
people
one- go
overlooked
ahead.
it a lot though.
That's true. The next one on the graphic that we have going to the right, for those of you who can see it, it's a green and red stone, and it is known as the Dragon Blood Jasper. So it is a jasper. And Roger, you want to talk about
So
that
like
one a
this
little
one
bit?
here.
And if you can't see it, it literally looks like a green, like kind of an
So-
earth green, and then a really like a red jasper red.
Almost like a deep blood color. Dragon's blood. So what do we do with this one?
Well, first of all, the green is epidote. Okay, that's the matrix. The matrix that it's formed in is epidote, and then it's dotted with these deep red drops of what they used to call dragon's blood, and it's really red Piedmontite. Okay, can't even say that.
So let me guess. We use this one to call our dragons in for Halloween.
You could. But it's also good for life force. But the main thing that dragon's blood jasper is for courage. A lot of people will also think of the dragon's blood, or even just bloodstone, which is a very similar stone to this, that typically has a darker green. They think of it as a stone of courage because it looks like it's the blood. And that one, they would consider it like the blood of Christ when he was hung on the cross, and there was all the blood that was shed. And this one, it's dragon's blood jasper. It's a little bit different, but that is like the courage of the warriors, and it gives you life force. So that would give you life force during the Halloween season, to be brave, to go out, because that's when the souls would supposedly march about. And that's why you would want to wear the mask, because you would want to hide sometimes from the souls. You wouldn't want to be seen. And so this would give you courage. It's also a great stone for your heart chakra because of the green in it. Anything else you want to say about that? Oh, one other thing about all jaspers are nurturers. They're known as supreme nurturers. So anytime you buy jasper, they get a little confusing because agates and jaspers are named for how they look or where they're from, typically. And so they can all get a little bit confusing. So you can go by kind of how they look, but just always remember that jaspers are very, very nurturing stones and known as the supreme nurturers.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Cool.
what that would be for, is to kind of really make you feel brave. All right, the next one on the graphic is moonstone.
Moonstone.
And when I looked at it, I thought it was labradorite, but it is actually
Still a feldspar,
it's
right?
a moonstone. It's still a feldspar, and we've got another feldspar on there. If anybody wants to try and identify it, maybe they can find it. But it's in raw form. So
They
The
gave us a couple of
moonstone?
pieces. They gave us this one here.
Well, yeah, the moonstone in that jewelry piece. That's a new jewelry piece we have. It's a set of beautiful, got a lot of blue schiller in it, set in a really pretty, interesting piece, this pendant. And then we have another, is that raw moonstone?
No, this
or
was a
tumbled moonstone.
large tumbled.
Okay, so moonstone is going to be about the moon. We think about that a lot at Halloween. The interesting thing is Halloween isn't always on a full moon or anything like that. You see it
Too bad.
depicted a lot of times, the picture of the full moon with the cat and all that, but it's typically not on a full moon. So that's
Be
something
awesome.
that's, yeah.
Dance
But-
under the full moon on Halloween.
But the moonstone honors the goddess energy. It helps women and men to gather up their gentler, their yin side, the receiving side, and to get ready for, if there's emotional times in their life. So, but it really, it's I put that in there just because it kind of connects us to the moon, that a lot of people think is connected to Halloween.
Okay.
All right, so the next one is really cool. It's a phantom quartz.
Oh, we got this one in here. So this actually has a blue phantom quartz in it.
It's
I'm not
mine.
sure. Yeah, this is Michelle's. Got it.
Yeah. I begged for it.
Yeah. And the people were super nice. We saw them in Denver when we were there, but we got this one in Tucson. We saw them there. What's
So-
cool about this one is not only is it the quartz, it has a blue phantom quartz here at the top, and under here, you can also see a milky phantom quartz here going in that direction. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so the thing about phantom quartz is you think of phantoms, you think of ghosts or things like that. So that's kind of why I put it on there for Halloween. But it's also what they're known to do is it's like you help remember other stages of your life or past lives, and helps you remember. It's also a stone that can help you with transitions. It's excellent for meditation and just remembering, like I said, the past lives. And it is also good for helping us going through all different kinds of cycles
Right.
in our lives. So not just transitioning out of life like death, but transitioning into maybe a new job or things like that. One of the things that, the way you can tell with a phantom quartz, it's a natural inclusion of another quartz growing naturally, not man-made, but naturally inside another quartz.
Right.
So a quartz started growing, a type of quartz, and then another quartz grew around it. And so if you think about that, it could be something for someone who is working on growth. And maybe they started off in one area of their life going in one direction, and then maybe something or someone came around them to help them in their growth, and then it formed one stone. So I think it's a beautiful depiction of maybe partnerships and times like that in our lives. But just because it has the word phantom in it, and it sometimes looks really cool, you can find like ghosty looking things in them. That's why I put it for Halloween. And here comes Loki.
Thought he was asleep. He wants to sleep in my lap.
What's the next one we have? Okay, so we have Septarian. And Septarian is really, really cool. It's one of those S stones that I always get mixed up when I'm pronouncing them. And I know the difference, but I always say the wrong word. But Septarian is, when you see them in the raw form, they look like a dragon's egg. It's sometimes known as the dragon stone. It looks like it's been broken open and like a dragon's going to come out of it.
So what it technically is where the clay has fossilized and then cracked millions of years ago. And then the seawater and calcites, it washed up into those cracks, and then it fossilized again. So you got a couple of different things. And believe it or not, this is actually, you can find these south of Dallas, too. There's places down south of Dallas.
Oh, cool.
Now, these came from Madagascar. That couple of the ones that we have here in the store, they did come from Madagascar, but we do have a few that came from here in Texas.
The word comes from the Latin word septum, or partition, and refers to the cracks and separations in this kind of rock. And it gets the name dragonstone based on the look of dragon skin or scales on its exterior, which you can kind of see on the tumbled stone, but you can really see on the raw ones.
Right.
They're really cool. These stones are really good for grounding you. They're really good for your liver, your kidneys, for your salar plexus and your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. I was putting those two together. So it's good for overall well-being. It's really good, like I said, for the root chakra. It will bring a lot of joy into your life and connect you with Mother Earth. Now, why did I put that one for Halloween? I think it's just to connect you. Oh, and it's also, like I said, for the blood and the kidneys. I need to take that one home. So it's great for opening up your psychic abilities too, which a lot of people don't think of because they think of it being so grounding. They don't think of it as being great for psychic abilities, but it is. And I think that's why I put it on there. And also because of Dragonstone, because a lot of people, the dragon energy with Halloween.
I would think of it because of it being that earthly feel. You know, not only is it grounding, but, you know, just gives you that earthy feel, you know, like Mother Earth type feel.
Yeah, it does. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a different show, we're going to talk about how the Halloween came about, the pagan holiday, and all that. And I've done that on a whole lot of different podcasts. So it's kind of like, could we just do crystals tonight? Because I always do. We start with that. So I'm skipping that because we're going to get to some fun stuff. We're going to do that, though, at our Soultopia Sensation. We're doing Day of the Dead. I'm sure on that they will touch on one of we have free presentations. They will touch on the how the difference between.
Do we get to wear a Halloween costume?
Sure. You can wear whatever you want to wear. Okay, so the
Anything
next
I
one
want to wear?
Yeah. The
Okay.
next one we have is apophyllite.
Adam and Eve concept.
See that? Oh my God! See that apophyllite? It looks like a pyramid, kind of. So, can you find the apophyllite?
I got it.
Okay, so this one's known sometimes as the Reiki stone. I would say that one and the phenakite, which is somewhere here.
That's it.
And also, I don't have starlight here, but those two are really high ascension stones. Now, phenakite is a perfect example of a little bitty stone that people will just brush over in our store because it costs a little bit more. They're great to tape with that tape that I always tell you guys to get. It's that medical grade tape that's really, I used it on somebody the other day. We taped hematite behind her ears, but it's great to tape on your third eye. So these little bitty pieces, same with peridot, people will just skip right over it and won't buy it in the store because they're like, oh, that's expensive. They want a big piece. Well, great things can come in little packages too. So people,
Like Loki.
Well, people will always ask, does size matter? Yeah, it does. But it doesn't always matter as far as like the qualities of the stone. It depends on what you're going to use it for. So if you're going to use it for like a big, huge hospital lobby, then you might want a bigger crystal that had a sphere or had a lot of points that go out in a lot of different directions.
So you saying that big energy can come from small packages?
A little package can carry a big punch, and they might know what to do with it. I guess. Okay, so and that, to be honest with you, a lot of crystal people will disagree. They think the bigger the better, and they're wrong.
This is pretty nice.
They're wrong. So yeah, what?
It's pretty nice.
Apophyllite's really cool. So it's known
yeah.
as the Reiki stone. So I put that is if you want to connect to different dimensions during Halloween. So during this month, and I feel like we all are, because a lot of people are unsteady. I walked into a friend of mine's office the other day, and I was like, your office there's like different dimensions in here. I can feel it walking. I could feel walking through, like I was walking into a threshold into a different dimension. And she has a shower in her office. It's beautiful. She has a bathroom and a sink and a window all together, and those are like portal all together. And so there was all different kinds of dimensions. So they can help you go into different dimensions. And so if you want to commune with the other side when you're going into those different dimensions, then you might want to take with you a carnelian for communication,
right
which
there.
is interesting because you would think it'd be a throat chakra stone. But no, you would take a carnelian, or you could take a dravite or dravite, which is brown tourmaline, which we don't have here today. Black tourmaline is called schorl, and brown tourmaline is called dravite. So that's why I have the carnelian on the graphic. And then sometimes Halloween, you don't have to go to another realm. You just want to stay right here and get the candy and have fun and walk around, right? And you just want to go to maybe an amusement park or a party or a haunted house that's like fate, but you just want to go and just have fun. So no matter where you go or where you travel, safety is a priority during Halloween, right? So whether they're ghosts or people, real ghosts or people dressed as ghosts, you want to be safe. So here are the crystals that when we said we were talking about being safe. A go-to would be your black tourmaline, which is a black colored stone for those of you listening, and it is a go-to stone for absorbing, deflecting, and transmuting negativity. It's one of the best-selling stones here, and it's known as schorl, but we all call it black tourmaline. Then you could also use smoky quartz. Roger has some great samples of that. It's like an alien skull that he's showing you. That's a huge piece of smoky quartz. The thing with smoky quartz that you have to be careful of is that a lot of times it is heat treated. That's okay.
This one's not.
That one's not.
This is a natural one.
If it's really black and naturally black, it's called Morion, and that would be a naturally black crystal, smoky quartz. But you just have to ask the people you're buying it from.
Right.
Another one that will that keeps you grounded and safe And smoky quartz can ward off danger. Smoky quartz is also known to be like it will hide you. It will give you like a cloak of invisibility.
I'm gonna start carrying this in my pocket then.
That, okay.
I'm hiding from everybody.
Golden tiger's eye, which you can show, shields and enhances your awareness of danger. So if you have golden tiger's eye is one of those that you look up and it says it does everything. But during Halloween, so if you want to know, you could do this for any time of the year. If you want to know, is danger around me, carry a golden tiger's eye. That's that really yellow, goldenish one. If you carry that, then that's what that's going to do for you. Okay. So
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Does it make sense that black tourmaline in my pocket bothers my stomach? You might have to repeat that. I don't know.
So does it make sense? The question was, does it make sense that black tourmaline in my pocket bothers my stomach? It's a good question, and I'll say this. I'm not sure how. I just assume that maybe it gives you cramps or something like that. I'm not sure that something that bothers you is always a bad thing. Let me start with that. Depends on how badly it's bothering you. Because it may be giving you a sign, kind of a warning of, I'm protecting you from something, and it's kind of kicking in that gut instinct in you saying, ooh, you know how you can kind of get a stomach ache when you know something's just not right? So it may be that. I'd have to have some more facts. So no, I don't think it's so unusual. I don't think crystals can hurt you. So I would ask the crystal, and I would see what the situation is. I would, maybe it's like I tell my kids, if it's bothering you, then, take it out of your pocket. Don't put it in your pocket anymore. Maybe carry it somewhere else. But I have never known a black tourmaline to hurt anybody. I would say that it's probably giving you more of that gut check. If it's really making you sick, then I'd say just don't work with it and try something else. Maybe try smoky quartz or shungite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to feel miserable if you feel like it's not doing you any good. Okay? But, by the way, if I say I've never heard of that, that doesn't mean it wouldn't happen. It absolutely could happen to somebody. Just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean it isn't real to you. Okay? So I don't want to dismiss what you feel.
I've got another question.
Yeah.
If someone is naturally fearful, should they carry or wear tiger's eye, or will it amplify their fears?
That's a good question. I probably would just stay away from it. A tiger's eye is also known to give you courage, is the interesting thing about that. If you're naturally fearful, I would just go with something else. I would go with one of the courage stones. I would go with the dragon's blood jasper, the dragon's blood jasper. I would go with one of the courage stones or garnet and do that instead. Why test it? Why, if they're naturally fearful, why do they need to be warned of more things to be fearful? What I would do is they advance in getting in tune with their knowingness about working on those fears. What I would do would be combine the tiger's eye with an iolite, which is for discerning truth. So you could discern, is this a real fear, or is this something that I'm just naturally kind of manifesting? So if you combine those two, you would combine your third eye with this tiger's eye that would maybe be a talisman that would warn you of something that you could be concerned about. Does that make sense? Okay. But I wouldn't do that right away. I would just say, hey, if you think it's something that is going to exacerbate something, then don't use it. Okay, but that's a really good question. Any more questions? Okay, so we're almost done with the crystals. If you see, I've already talked about the carnelian. You see on the third row, the two in the middle, that's the dravite, the brown tourmaline, and that is the black tourmaline, the schorl, and then the golden tiger's eye. And then you have, going down to the lower left, I believe that's a black calcite, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think we brought any black calcite. Like I said, I made this a long time ago. One of the things we didn't mention on here today was labradorite. One of the things that Roger mentioned earlier is, hey, can I dress up? So, of course, part of dressing up is for Halloween is you get a chance to be somebody else, right? You can dress up as somebody different and literally put on like a different skin. You can be somebody else for the night, right? If you want to be. So some stones for that would be labradorite, because it's a magic stone, and we have that here somewhere if you want to show it.
Right
a bunch
here.
of labradorites.
I got a couple of big ones, and I
Bunch of
got this
labradorites.
one. This is got the small ones. Got this.
All kinds of them. And
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys this one. We got some new stones in. They're really big. What size would you say that's?
Oh, that's like probably like an inch and a quarter by inch and a half.
It's big.
Yeah, they're large tumbles. We
And
got several
we got a bunch of
different varieties of those.
And
in.
they're only $8, you guys. They're huge. And so I'd come in and get those while we still have them. We've got a bunch of them, and the labradorite's beautiful. But that's a magic stone. Again, you can be somebody else, kind of transform yourself into somebody else. And merlinite would do that too, to make, that transformation. And then,
That could be fun. I'll take this too.
yeah, right? So the biggest thing you want to do is you want to kind of have fun, and you want to feel good. And you want to release anything which hinders you in trusting who you truly are, and trusting yourself to have the courage to be who you really dreamed of. And this could be good for the person who is fearful often, is the citrine. And I'm not sure if we brought this. Yeah, this is a
Citrine.
natural citrine with
There's a
beautiful
natural.
rainbows in it. Whoever gets this one, I'm coveting. I've been trying to not put that in my office. Has beautiful rainbows in it. So that's a natural citrine. When you get a really, really orange citrine, that means it's been heat treated. They're still beautiful.
Well, you could be heat treated in the ground, or it could be heat treated in a
My
lab.
man. Yeah, we don't make a big deal out of that, but we will tell
It just
you.
is what it is. Like
And
this.
so that one, so for when you go, like you want to have fun again, going to the parties, but for anybody metaphysically minded, for connecting with realms and all those spaces, you want to have like a really good time. So orange calcite would be good for that.
You like this?
Golden tiger's eye, we've already mentioned. Moss agate,
Moss agate.
that gives you the strength and the courage to just maybe go to an amusement park and have fun, to ride those rides that I'll never ride. Okay, because I'm like, why?
He's
No.
snoring in my lap.
And so I won't get on those rides, and it doesn't matter how many crystals you put in me.
Well, good
or
thing
on me.
because they probably fly out of your pockets.
Yeah, I don't
Hit somebody in the head.
Yeah.
Erica
So-
be walking by, get clonked in the head with a
I
crystal.
told you guys there was another feldspar that we had on the graphic, and for those of you who figured it out, let me see if I can see it. It's not the fire opal. The other feldspar would be, if that is a picture of one, I'm not sure it is. But another feldspar is sunstone that brings a lot of, that may be red calcite, but another feldspar is sunstone that brings a lot of
Me
joy
like
and
this.
happiness into your life. And it looks like it has like little pieces of glitter in it. So that's another one, or fire opal, that would bring you a lot of vibrancy and enthusiasm into your adventure. So whatever you wanted to do on Halloween. So those, whew, are the crystals.
All right,
That was fast.
done. Oh,
That's a bunch of. Oh, and by the way, this is really cool. So that's a Herkimer diamond in the Matrix. I think Marina and Doug went and dug some. Marina and Doug went and dug. They mined some. So Herkimer diamonds are really, really nice. And I actually
I
brought.
bet Marina was doing most of the work.
We brought a pendant out too. We have rings. Laura Pace bought one of them, and I have a huge Herkimer that I will sell. But it's like, I think we have two people
Fighting over it.
fighting
I know
over
they
it right
are.
now. It's huge. But here's one that's actually beautiful. I love the setting of this one, this Herkimer. So lots of crystals, lots of reasons. The biggest thing I can tell you is I don't think crystals really will ever hurt you. So I'd love to explore more the one who gets the stomach ache with the black tourmaline, because I think that's more something that it's trying to tell you.
She said it's more of a cramp.
A cramp, I think it's something that's trying to tell you. But, so maybe assess the situation when you have it around you, and then take it out of your pocket, because there's no reason to feel uncomfortable. All right, so what are we doing next? Giveaway.
A giveaway. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have tonight to give away a poison ring to start
poison
Halloween out right.
And
Okay.
I'm wearing a poison ring too. I wear mine all the time.
So-
Do you know what poison rings are?
What are they?
Does anybody know?
To poison
The
your loved
history,
ones.
the history of poison rings.
It's to wear like this, and when they're not looking, you go, "There's our drink."
And you would put poison in people's drinks and food. That's exactly what it is.
We've been watching that show. They've been poisoning people like crazy.
Versailles, man.
Everybody in France. It's like, oh, I don't like you. Poison you
poisoned everybody.
for everything.
It's like crazy. One of them gave somebody a flower, and then they smelled in the stamens of the flower, and they smelled it, and they were like,
They put poison
bleeding.
inside.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess back then you just get away with everything. Unless
Man, the good old days.
Yeah. All right. So what's the question?
All right, so I
Glenn?
had a question. You actually kind of touched on a little bit, but even if you weren't watching very closely, you should know the answer to this one. So original Halloween masks were used for, not to hide your face, but there's a particular thing they were used for. So chime in, let us know what the actual original reason for Halloween mask.
The origin.
The origins, yeah. That's
Okay,
it.
so the first one who does that, and we'll
origins.
keep going. We're not going to just sit here waiting. You got to be live to win.
You gotta be live to win. We're watching. We're watching you.
Yeah. So I guess Erica's watching and multitasking and running. So our producer is Erica Waters. Yes, I can say that so much easier. I don't mess that one up.
Makes life easy.
Thank God you changed your name.
So Wes said hide from spirits.
Oh, hi.
Wes said hide from spirits.
Oh. I thought you said-
Taylorina said dress as devils. Carla Nichols said so spirits would not see her.
No, that's what it is. Hide from spirits.
Wes already got it.
Wes
But
already
I
got
thought
it.
he was
Sorry,
saying,
guys.
Say hi. I thought he was. I go, oh hi.
Kathy was. Yeah, we had actually
Moment.
we had Kathy was close. She had it in there too. It's just Wes beat y'all. I'm sorry. Wes is fast.
So, he said,
Hi, Wes.
Hide from spirits. And I said, hi. You just screamed into the microphone.
Well, she keeps telling me to speak up, so there you go. That's what you get. See,
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I've got 2 volumes for you. Which one you want?
The middle one. Okay, we're going to play a game.
Oh Lord.
And I'm going to give you a spooky scenario, and you have to tell me what crystals I need. And then you actually get a point if you can tell me the name of the movie or show that the scenario is actually from.
I only get a point for the scenario?
Yeah.
Or from the movie?
I don't get a point for the crystal.
Yeah, you get a point for the crystal too, first one.
Okay.
What crystal would I use if I were preparing to stop the Antichrist from ending the world?
Oh,
Constantine? Was it what wasn't Constantine?
It's probably a lot of things, but no.
I was
that's
like,
not-
there's
that
so
wasn't.
many. I mean,
Wait. Say it again. I'm thinking about the crystal.
What crystal would I use if I were preparing to stop the Antichrist from ending the world?
do I get a gun to shoot it out of?
Roger.
Oh, slingshot.
No, that
Okay.
wouldn't stop the Antichrist.
Depends on the crystal.
Well, I personally, for the strong, I would probably use a chiastolite along with this may not be what you have down, but I probably some black obsidian, but I'd also use some love. I'd use some either rose quartz or something very, very loving. A Christ-like love is what's going to combat it. So a crystal that would represent Christ-like, Christ consciousness
I love
is what I
it.
would do.
1 point for Michelle.
Wait, I didn't get to answer?
She answered first.
What the hell's up with that? She didn't even say a movie. You said point for a movie.
Movie or a show.
Oh, it's
Y'all probably set
Is
this
that-
up.
it's that show you always watch. With that stupid devil guy on there. It's that stupid devil guy that looks like with black hair.
You talking about? I don't think that's it.
I think it is. No?
Give
Okay.
up?
What's the movie?
It's the show, American Horror Story.
Oh, well,
Apocalypse.
I watch that all the time. Oh, that one. Okay.
Oh
From
my
last
God.
year.
Can we
Oh,
get
he's in
any
it
more
this year. He's wearing
vague?
tennis shorts and oh yeah, he's awesome. Okay.
Can we get any more vague over there?
I'll give you another
She's
shot.
good at these.
Roger.
Don't give her a hard time.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give her a hard time.
All right. What's next?
What crystal would I use if a doll was committing murder and trying to frame me for the crimes?
Good God.
Chucky. The movie's Chucky.
Is that the name of the movie, though?
Child's Play.
There you go.
I have no idea. Never watched that one because I thought it'd be so stupid.
It's because she has one at home, a real life one.
I did. I had pretty much all of them. So what crystal would I use if what? If
A
Chuck-
doll was committing murder and trying to frame me for the crimes.
Oh, so the way you don't get framed for something is you use...
Labradorite.
No. The way-
Labradorite.
No,
Yes.
that's not right.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because it shows the reflection of the real life.
No.
I got
It's
a
a
point anyway
ruby.
because I got the movie right.
It's a ruby because it shows lies.
There you go. I love it. All right, Michelle's winning.
What the hell?
Number 3.
Right?
What crystal would I use if I were an innocent pregnant woman who believed she was pregnant with the son of Satan?
Oh, God, that movie is.
Well, that's what's her name? Rosemary's Baby.
Yep.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and I get the crystal too. So let me see.
I'm
I
not
think I
answering
meant
this
to-
one
I meant
because
to
I
say
may get
ding,
in
ding,
trouble.
Ding, and I said boom, boom, boom.
That was what happened before she was pregnant.
Okay, what was the scenario again?
If I were an innocent pregnant woman who believed she was pregnant with the son of Satan.
Ooh, this one could get kind of.
I refuse to answer
I
this
refuse to
because
answer this on the
I
grounds
have to
that
go.
I may really piss some people off.
Well, I got to go home and Michelle, and I'll get in trouble. I got in trouble the last week or 2 weeks ago for what I said about the. Never mind.
Well, I can just say this: if you are pregnant, and to get pregnant, you want things that
Goes back to that
get
boom, boom,
blood
boom.
flowing. If once you are pregnant, you don't want those crystals. But if you wanted to not, I'm stopping.
We'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. That was 2 points for Michelle.
2? What the? What type of bullshit is this?
All right. What crystal would I use if I was living during a time that I had to be super quiet to keep monsters with ultra sensitive hearing from killing me?
So the
I was going to say the
crystal that,
bird
like-
nest or bird box or whatever the hell that
Oh,
was.
that's called quiet.
the quiet.
Quiet.
Place.
Quiet.
I got it first. Bam.
But
I can't help you stutter.
Rude. So what crystal would I use if I had to keep super, super quiet?
A big one to put in your mouth.
I go.
Maybe something like this.
It would be an anti-throat chakra stone.
So it wouldn't be a blue lace
can't-
agate.
No, it would not be a blue.
Anything but blue lace agate.
All right. I don't even know who to give that to. Okay, we'll just go to the next one. What crystal would I use if I am plagued by psychic premonitions while learning the horrid secrets of the hotel I am staying in? I fear I am turning into a homicidal maniac.
Oh, that's from American Horror Story 2, or is it?
No, that's The Shining.
Oh, The Shining.
Yeah, boom, boom.
I'm gonna take you up to there to that hotel
So
and leave you.
what crystal would I use if I was?
Plagued by psychic premonitions while learning the horrid secrets of the hotel I am staying in, and I fear I'm turning into a homicidal maniac.
Well, you got to have something to calm your ass down. It's almost like you're doing an exorcism on yourself with crystals. What would you
Selenite.
use? I would. I'd use selenite and black kyanite.
Can you please get comfortable? there?
Seriously, look at this piece of black kyanite. Selenite and black kyanite.
But if I had that piece of selenite stick that Wes got the other day, I could just whack him in the head with it. So you don't have to worry about it.
Nah.
You're going to whack yourself in the head? Because
Sure.
you're the one who fears.
You might
Okay.
need it.
All right.
Hey, did you watch the movie?
I did.
He probably would have helped if he did.
All right.
Did you watch?
He
the
could have
movie?
busted through the door faster with it.
Oh, red rum.
He could
Red
have.
rum.
He could have busted through the door
Red
faster.
rum. Red rum. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Johnny.
All right. What crystal would I use if I were on a mission with my brother to stop evil witches from becoming immortal?
Well, this is supernatural. No?
Oh, that could be, but that's not what I wrote down.
Okay. When you figure that out, I'm going to figure out the crystal. What if I was on a mission with my brother to make what?
Stop
Brothers
evil
Grimm?
Nope. To
To
stop
stop-
evil witches from becoming immortal.
What, Tommy Boy? What? Oh, not Tommy Boy.
Well, first of all, I don't want to give him a crystal because I don't know that they were really evil witches.
What do you
They're
think?
taking children.
Oh,
So yeah.
ooh, okay.
Hansel and Gretel?
Hands. Oh, a stove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the glitch. I am off the rails. What crystal will you
How about a
use,
fire
Roger?
opal?
No, you're just looking down there and just you're just going fire
Searching
opal.
for a point.
He's wait. I gotta find one. What would it be, guys? Who?
Kathy Kavanaugh guessed the movie, right?
What is it?
It's Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh.
love that movie. Why would I not even know that? Oh my gosh, I'm so wanting to think of the crystal. Well, I would use black obsidian and jet, and amber. No, but those protect witches.
How about a, never mind.
No, I'd still use them. Maybe.
I was going to say obsidian and some other stuff with it, but now I'll get in trouble
What do you
later.
think about it? Okay, so
Julie
look
Wheeler
at
asked-
y'all. Look at Loki.
Oh.
His head's like resting on the table.
It's because he keeps sliding off my lap and he won't
Oh.
get in the bowl.
Julie Wheeler asked, how much does a specimen like that black kyanite go for?
This black kyanite.
Mm,
Well, it's mine.
and that's probably.
But if it's not nailed down in this store, Roger will sell it.
a big one like that is probably like 45, 50 bucks.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good price. And I have another one here that's a full fan. Look, it's like this kind.
Or you could make and put a stick on it, be like a
45.50 is good for that.
make a axe out of it.
So yeah, I use selenite and black kyanite in every single healing, and we do for our quickie healings.
All right, we're going to do one more.
Just one more.
Yeah, because then we're going to do
Careful
3
who's
minutes of
wanting out.
readings. Okay. What crystal would I use if I see dead people?
That's 6 cents.
Oh.
And
that one.
well, that's I mean that's a lot.
Are you wanting not to see or to see?
I mean that's lapis lazuli would be the traditional one. I don't agree with that, but that's what they say in most of the books. Now I'm looking labradorite. I mean, it's a bunch of different crystals. You could use all different kinds of crystals for mediumship, but a lot of people will say lapis lazuli.
I'm coming up with a game next week, and you two are going to have to play it.
Okay, you do that because you prepare really far in advance.
Oh, I will. Next week, you'll definitely want to tune in because we'll probably get censored after that.
Do we have a guest next week?
Yes.
Shit,
we
it'll
do.
be a week after next.
Thomas
Okay.
Prower.
So next week we have Tomas
Prower.
Prower, the author of Morbid Magic, on with us. So yay! And Laura Pace will be here too because she invited him, got him to be on the show. So that'll be really, really fun. Okay, so
We've
we're
got
going to do
just a
readings.
couple minutes for reading, so if
Okay.
you want a general reading, just chime in on Soul Wet Facebook page or Soultopia Facebook page.
And we will do one card readings. Loki will read for you over there. I think his answer is, I don't know. Look on my Facebook page today, you guys. Did I put it on Soultopia? He was sleeping with his tongue out. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, so cute.
He fell out of the bed last night.
Oh yeah, he did. He fell.
He was asleep. I was asleep. I heard thump. I looked down and he's in the floor.
I cleaned the house at like 4 at 3 at the side of my bed like at 4 in the morning. I don't know what's wrong with me. All
All
right.
right, we got Kathy for a general reading.
Okay. So I'll go first since I'm ready. Okay, so Kathy, there's some things that you just need to grab life by the you know what and just go for it. You are in charge of your life. The phrase that I always say, live life, don't let life live you. Start living it. Start stepping out, and I think you are. And really don't overanalyze everything you do. Just live it, have fun, and just grab it and go. Because I got the Chariot, and that's what I get for you. It's just really, you're in control now, and you can have some fun and go for it, or you can just let the wheels come off and just kind of stay on the side of the road. It's up to you.
Oh, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this card. It says the Day Trader, and it shows a guy, looks like, an investor guy, no hair. Sorry, Kathy. It doesn't mean you're losing your hair, I promise. But you know what I get by is actually not the fact of like investing and things like that, other than the fact that it's your days of trading days, like putting things off, needs to come to an end. Not don't trade your day today for tomorrow and tomorrow for the next day. Start focusing on today and do it today. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like we're picking on her.
Sorry, Kat.
But
Oh, is that what
go
you
for
said?
it. A little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was playing with Loki.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do a general for Carrie.
Okay, Carrie.
Carrie with a K.
Carrie with a K.
The hell? You always tell me one card. You got like a dozen cards out
Okay,
of
they
it.
all go together. So I drew the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups, and I'm not reading them in past, present, future. I'm reading them all together for you, Carrie. And the Hermit and the High Priestess to me do go together. You have a wisdom, an old soul way about you, intuition that you need to step into it, and the Page of Cups represents the fact that you can deliver a message to people with the intuition and with your knowingness and bring it to people in a very compassionate way and a very loving way. And so don't be afraid to start using that knowledge and that inner knowing to deliver messages to people, whether that be in the form of the way I do it, or if it just be for your friends and family or and people at your workplace, because you have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge to share.
My turn?
Yes?
Oh, my turn. Okay, so I got this one. It's called Prudence is the name, but it's actually is the Eight of Coins. And if you notice the guy here, he's actually looks like a tinker watch, guy, works on watches. But what I get from this is actually focus more on the smaller things, kind of the details. Okay, take the details and focus more on that instead of letting it go to the side, and kind of bring those details more into alignment with it. Your everyday life, just those small details. Just really pay attention to the details.
And I will tell you guys that I've been reading with the Universal Rider-Waite?
Spirit.
Spirit Rider-Waite, I'm sorry, by Llewellyn, I believe, publishing. I didn't bring the box in here.
Uh-oh.
And
So-
then I believe that's correct.
And I got
And
the
he's been-
Urban Tarot by Robin Scott, and this is from U.S. Games.
Yeah.
I actually like these a lot because they have the street maps on the back, but the insides are a lot of the scenes from large cities.
It's
Also
from New
available
York,
at
actually.
Soultopia.
Yeah, New York.
Specifically.
Yeah. Also available here at the store and online.
We're going to do one more for Lori. One
Okay.
quick more. We're over time.
All right. So I will draw one card.
The only person who don't make me mad about being over time is sitting over there to your old left. Oh,
Aww.
she says
Emily's here with us, so yeah. I'm drawing another card.
Oh, see there. Now remember
Okay.
this, guys. Every time she tells her that I'm drawing more than one card, look at her.
Okay, so Lori, you two have a lot of wisdom. Your time has been, I've got the Hermit, your time of going inward and your time of your walkabout has come to an end. It's time for you're learning. It doesn't mean you'll stop learning, but that time of solace has come to an end. It's time for you now to go out and share with others. And it's interesting because for you, I got the Empress card, which is also about nurturing and delivering your message in a nurturing way, but also in a very, very creative way. So it's not going to be stodgy and boring and this guru who's just like, oh, I'm so boring, listen to me. It's going to be a really creative way that you deliver the things that you've learned and the enlightenment that you want to share with other people, the aha moments and the wisdom that you have. You're going to be real creative with it, but also very nurturing with it. Almost kind of like that supreme those Jaspers, the supreme nurturers we were talking about. So step into that. Both you and Kathy, I got that for you guys, I
Well-
believe. No,
Carrie.
the last one.
Carrie.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you saw me draw two cards, it's because the first card I drew is actually the cover card. Sorry.
I always read the cover card if I draw it.
There's nothing on it.
No, but
Whoops.
I read why did I draw the
Shit,
cover
he almost
card.
fell. I tried to put him down twice. So anyway, I did draw another card. I got the
Okay.
Ace of Swords. And I look at this one because this is actually a really cool card because it does show a lot of power, a lot of energy to it. So, I say with this is go out, attack, attack, attack. I'm talking about attack the day, do everything you can. Don't put anything away. Just keep going.
Okay. I think that's it for today, right? Anybody else?
That's it. We're at 50 minutes.
Okay, so we went a little bit over. We want to thank everybody
It's Erica's
for
fault.
joining us today. You can listen to us on So What on Spotify, the iHeartRadio app, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and of course by watching live on YouTube at Michelle Soultopia and on Facebook at Soul What. Thank you for listening to So What, where we discuss and you decide what is important for your soul. See you next time.
See you guys.